Hey
Yeah,
man.
so just reconfirming, Carlos, for
Uh,
D&D 5e we're talking about.
Yeah, D&D 5e.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which reminds me,
You
I'm
heard it
still.
first. We're gonna be having a D&D 5 edition game coming up,
Woohoo!
hosted by your favorite banana mouth,
Oh
Mr. Carlos.
boy.
Also, you may notice something different. I am a lot higher up than I used to because I am actually walking. I'm standing up next to my desk. It may also lead to some wobbling on my end, but you won't see it as bad as I feel it apparently, which is nice.
So I have a super old iPhone, and the home button just stopped working today.
Oh no.
Yep.
Have fun.
So I have like two weeks
Oh,
before I can get a new phone. So
So when we say super old iPhone,
that's an iPhone 6S, which came out like
2 months
already-
ago, the
no,
way
I think that's
Apple does things.
I think this is older than my youngest son.
No.
Yes, the iPhone 6S. My son is 5. That's definitely over 5 years old.
It is.
Yeah. Because I've been in Germany for 4 years, and I had it before I came back here.
Evening,
It's like-
Froggy.
So we're not making the joke. It's a competition between you and your wife, and Apple to see who can come up with the newest model. Child.
Yeah. Am I the only one who's getting a laggy sound from John?
No.
Okay, so it's John's end that is what problematic, not mine. Ooh. It's
hold on.
your stuff keeps freezing and your image lagging, so it's probably on your computer end or connection
Just be
wise.
your internet. Yeah.
Give me.
Well, I will say post pre-banter mode. This is pre-banter. No, banter mode.
This is banter. We
Banter
do
mode.
banter before and after the show, if I am in time to make it.
I will be after I move because I am doing all the creation of it now. I should be able to stream whatever fantasy setting I decide. I'm making a generalized fantasy setting, but I haven't decided on a system yet. So
Sure.
that will happen after I move because I'll have, more space, me time. I don't know. There's a word for it.
There's a word for it, and I don't know what it is.
I have my own room, so I'll be able to, do things. So,
Woohoo!
yes.
Oh.
You're gonna finally lock the
Like
kids
this?
up.
Well, it's a smaller area, but I haven't looked at it since we looked at the house like a few months ago. So hopefully it's big enough to fit everything in. But yeah,
Your
so I
own
will
office, nice.
yeah, I will be. It's going to be. I mean,
Nice.
it's going to be some version of D&D or Pathfinder or Wine. It's one of those 3 systems. I just haven't decided which system.
For them. So D&D, Pathfinder, or what?
Wine. Yep.
Oh,
Landas.
right. What is the oldest new? Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those 3 systems. I'll probably do D&D because that's easy for people to
Follow.
follow. It just is this. It's probably gonna be some. It's gonna be some definite homebrew things, especially since I've been reading all the older versions of D&D recently, and I'm like, you know what? I like that role. I think I'm going to keep that and put that in something.
Right. As long as you're not replacing armor class with Flacco.
I use Fantasy Grounds for all my games, so you actually don't have to calculate.
Fair enough.
You know what?
Because this came up. That's why
Yeah.
you.
And I will not lie. I enjoy there's some issues, but that's in every RPG system. But overall, I like how 2E is set up more than I like how 5E is set up.
Mm.
And that's more because I like a little bit more grimness in my world. You can die very easily in 2E.
Yeah, this is one thing that I've heard from the games club. It's from the older GMs. It's like going, yeah, you millennials, you have it so easy in your RPGs. You don't know what tragedy is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because, like, in 5E, you can start the game with an armor class of 18, which is, up there in general. But in 2E, you can have, like, 1 hit point and an armor class of shit and die very quickly.
well, this is the funny thing. It's like the Mines of Fandelva, which was the starter set campaign for 5E. A lot of GMs didn't like it because there was a tendency, especially among older GMs, where they wouldn't fudge the dice rolls, and the actual goblins had comparable armor classes as the starting characters.
Like, I've played Fandover a few times as
Yeah.
various characters, and I'll say it once and I'll say it again. When people start off with those starter packs, one, a lot of those people come in with like no RPG experience and no idea how to strategize with other people who have all their own minds and thought processes. So if all of us decide to just do our own thing, you're going to die quickly. That is RPG games.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I'm just going to do my own thing. Me and 5 goblins. Let's do it. Like, no.
You're not Argon yet.
Yeah. So, I mean.
You can actually now see how I'm standing up instead of sitting down on the screen.
Yes, we can see your
Looks
backside.
My butt is
Oh,
not
show
quite
us some more of
on
that backside. Sexy, sexy backside.
It's gonna be a sexy stream, boys. You
It's a
can't
good
can't
thing.
see how I don't wear pants when I'm on the show.
It's a good thing. It's like, could you just imagine this is when we find out Wooster's like wearing the buttless chaps?
Bye bye. Well, Froggy, I can tell you something. I'm taller than you are. Because I'm on the internet and I'm a star, so I must be bigger. Because all
No,
stars
he's just
are
wearing
big.
platforms.
Shut up, I'm not standing on a platform.
Sorry, y'all.
wait.
You having to
Let's
watch
play
me
it.
eat. I'm just been hungry.
Yeah.
First meal of the day. Most important meal.
Alright. Most important meal is the one that doesn't kill you.
Surely also the one that does kill you is also quite important
Nah.
for the chronologicals, at
Yeah,
least.
point taken.
Well,
Okay.
normally
also
is that
blinking,
why
I'm taller than
people
you.
duck? Loose is a manlet. What does that
I
mean?
don't even know what is a manlet.
Is this one I'm going to like regret if I Google this?
Probably.
Like,
I'm not
you
gonna
just
Google
shouldn't
it
do
because it's probably gonna show up on my screen anyway. Like the rest of you guys. Hello?
Hold up, I'm just
It's
trying to
this
see if
one. Yeah.
A manlet means a man of shorter stature who is over muscled.
Ooh.
we call them dwarfs.
Yeah, I like.
Or Scotsmen.
And that's the same thing.
So apparently I am in chat, but my chat is acting weird. So I think I'm gonna have to refresh this page.
I should.
The loss.
Oh,
Ha, we're gonna live with it.
I actually need to, cause there's a new. Oh, that's right. I can go into mod view on Twitch now, so I keep forgetting I can do that.
What is that?
I don't know, so I can like just ban people and do all kinds of.
Yeah, basically anyone with moderator status. You can do this.
Well then. So, we're gonna have a Carlos doing a 5th edition game after this game, so next week. Whoa! Then we're gonna have Zimmy doing us a fantasy game after that time. Somewhere after that time. We're still hoping to see what's gonna happen. And Carlos, got any teasers for the audience? What the game is gonna be about?
No, you know what? I hadn't quite figured out the story yet, and it's only because I'm still trying to figure. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of people. I want to see how many people we are, depending on the story. However, let's do some teasers.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be different. I figure let's be different, slightly different. It'll be fun. I want to try a couple of experimental stuff with it. Nothing like game rules changing or anything like that.
Well, I think this is like more like setup of characters he's meaning.
Yeah, I want to see how we can move it more story based. I want to try to make it slightly more stream friendly, entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the stream friendliness is a challenge.
I have some thoughts on that. I've been wanting to experiment with for a long time, and there's nothing to really changing on rules or anything like that. It's just a different mindset. That's all. I don't want to give up too much of it into because I want it to be a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
However, balance-wise, your characters, bring them from the official, from the unofficial. Don't care. We'll start at level 5.
Level 5, okay.
Because that's the funnest one to start with. So,
Man,
yeah.
you gotta start with shit like
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we can't do a long session. It's got to be like an 8-session thing.
Yeah.
Or it's got to be exactly, like 6 to 8 sessions.
At least gives you the benefit of picking at least 1 feat in D&D 5e.
Yes. Yeah. I think level 5s are usually one of the best starting spots because you get all the cool stuff. You get to be unique characters. It's just that you're past that point. Levels 1 through 3 is all about like, I don't know how to play. Let's slowly start getting used to how to play these characters, and we could do that. But for something that's just going to be 8 sessions long, I think level 5 ought to be good. And let's see. I especially like the 8 levels because of this. Let me see if I can find it here. Ah, yes. Oh, does that track? Ah, good. Using Dan Harmon's story circle. Step 1, episode 1, step 2, all the way up to like episode 8. There it is.
Right, hold on. Where's the one I get backstabbed in? Hold on, can you see it?
That's
that
that's
would
the
be right
Babylon
here.
project.
Yeah.
That would be right here. No, wait, other side, right there.
Yeah. All right.
Technically, that would be the. I mean, they have it labeled it different here, but if this was Joseph Campbell, this would be the anointment with the Father or something with the Father. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Damn it! Now I actually need to come up with a character that I want to play with. I mean, I have characters, but I need to choose one. For some odd reason, you people won't let me play. Oh, yes, you let me play more than enough characters in this one, so I should probably stick with one in the other one.
Yeah, Wooster, you just play as a character that's got split personality disorder.
Yeah, but it still can only have one build. I mean, who plays role-playing games for characters? They play for builds. Come on!
I was just thinking you could do James McAvoy, the the beast from, was it Split?
Oh yeah, I suppose I could play a character that transforms into another character, and also the one that has a pet as its own character, so I could get 3. And since we are far enough, we get multi-class, and I could probably get a 4th one in there as well. Yeah. So I could play 4 characters at once. Oh, you mean you need the eye patch version for the Prisoner X?
Blink. No, this is M. Night Shyamalan film.
Prisoner X? No.
No. He's asking about the Beast. I'm talking about.
Oh.
No, it's not X-Men. We're talking about. So the first one was what? Unbreakable.
Yes.
Second one was Split, and then the third was Mr. Glass.
That is correct.
Yeah, that was a thing. Oh, we're well over starting point. So let's end the band and go to intro music. So see you guys in a minute. Woo! Alright. So, last week we saw ourselves in a mutiny, which the crew courageously thwarted, for now at least, by cutting off the head of the snake, more or less literally. And the perpetrators have been chained up and jailed up and put in the brig, which is the most remote part of the ship at the moment. On the other news, they also managed to meet up with a technomage, who had been causing them some grief. And they agreed to go to Babylon 5, no, possibly under duress, who knows, to retrieve the technomage named Galen.
Galen.
To join back with the rest of the technomages. And now, back to the game. The technomage has left you, your ship in hyperspace, a day's journey to Babylon 5 ahead of you, a grumbling of the crew, passengers, so loud you can hear them in your sleep. But do you inform anyone about the change of trajectory except the ones that were present on the bridge?
No.
Was that a yo or no?
No.
I would say that once they see Babylon 5 outside the ship windows, they will know that we're there, but you don't want to warn them beforehand.
Here's the problem. I think they already think that we're gonna
Sell them to Narns, apparently.
We've told them that we're taking on an Umbari space, and they're all like, "Oh no, they're just gonna sell us to the Narns." I think this is an opportunity. I think we could dump off all these. Listen, no offense, but your fucking family sucks. I think we just dumped them off over here at Babylon 5 and be rid of them.
I do have a question, which might inform some of the decisions we make. First question is, even though you are exiled, or self-imposed exile, but you're supposed to be, does that mean that the debts that you incurred on the planet, are those in like House Cortas's name or Landas?
Carlos, can you mute yourself for a while you're moving around? You're making vibrations.
It's done.
Okay. Sorry
about that.
Oh, my apologies. Please carry on.
It depends on how the debts were signed. If it was signed in the name of the house, it's the head of the house that has to see to the responsibility of it.
Yep.
If it's been signed solely in my name and as not head of the house, they're mine.
So the question is, I feel like you would know that.
Yes.
What's your concern? Well, I mean, why you bring this up, Nevin? What's your concern?
Hold on, just follow me. I just want to. If I get an answer to this one, we'll follow this down the line.
All the way to the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Are you asking about the ship?
Well, no, the ship, and primarily, one, and two, because regardless of what happens, you still owe a lot of money to random people in Centauri space. So the debts are in your name, or are they in House Cortas's name? This is an important distinction here.
Depends. I'd have to double check which are the debts there. Unfortunately, I do know some of the debts that were run up by the actual fraudsters.
Yeah, but
were done in my name.
So you personally?
Yes. But at the same time, they used my as collateral, my position as Count of Cain to do it.
So
else I would have got those debts.
Because where I'm going with that is if they're in Count Cortas's name, not Landas Cortas's name, technically you are no longer Count Cortas. The jackanape in the brig is Count Cortas, and that would be his problem, not your problem.
That's a good point, my learned friend. I would.
That's why I say the distinction does matter on who those debts are.
Exactly, you're right. Because if they just say Count Cortas and they don't state the first name, it goes to whoever holds. Give me a moment there. Can I have a look over all the actual legal documentation I've got for the debts that have been signed?
Now, this here sounds like a good old advocate check.
Yeah.
Would you like me to do it for you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Here it is.
A stack of papers written in Centauri.
That's just the first box. There's a few more in the back.
Nevin's like, yes, I love paperwork in the morning hyperspace.
Yeah, I've got enough paperwork that you're gonna hate it at the end of it, you know.
Is this an advocate role or an intellect role or an education role?
This is an education role. You also have a time frame on this, considering the amount of work, 1d6 hours.
Okay, so this is advocate.
Yeah, that would be advocate. Do you want to use more time than that?
How long until we're in Babylon 5?
1 day.
Okay.
I'll be there to help him with like some of the Centauri words.
Yeah, why don't
and
you
all
give
that.
him some assistance with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm there to like clarify what certain Centauri terms mean.
Okay, so you want to use a skill called linguistics for this?
Yeah, I know my language.
Yeah, yeah, linguistics with intellect, because this is about translating and not knowing them by heart. So your target number is 8, and you all that you roll over translates into bonuses, and all that you roll under translates as a negative because you just confused the problem in Barry.
Yeah. There's no linguistics. I've got language, so that would
Language.
apply.
That's the thing. I just
Just want to make
instinctively go for Pathfinder.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page as you. That's all. Education also, I'm guessing.
Intellect.
Intellect. Okay. That should
That's a
be
7.
close.
That's a
Darn
minus
it.
1.
Sorry.
It's okay. So my roll is a -1.
You're helping.
I'm helping.
I'm helping. Okay. All right.
It turns out I'm like doing it like from the equivalent of I'm reading it from like an old Centauri dictionary.
How about this?
Oh, go ahead. No, yeah.
How about you bring in your paperwork and it's like all messed up out of order? You know, you're one of those people that puts all the tax receipts in one big box.
I'm like, what is that? That's.
Sorry.
Did you waste something? Okay, that's a 12 for me, minus whatever.
1. Nice. Wow.
So
1d6
despite
hours? 4 hours.
Yeah. 4 hours going through the paperwork, yeah, you do see that it is indeed signed by Count Cortas, not by Count Landas Cortas. It is borrowed against the family fortune.
Now go with me. I feel like you are dishonored and whatnot. You should convince whoever that you will willingly give up the title and all that is required as long as you get to keep the ship. You just want the ship and that's it. And you will never dock in their doorstep again. That is just one option. And I'm
Which ship? The Jacaranda?
this ship that we're on. I don't think we're getting the Jacaranda back. I think that's gone.
the manticore.
Manticore.
And the Landas Corps.
So I'm going to bring up the message that came from Cain, and I'm going to actually look at the wording of that again.
I don't remember that. Exact wording. But as usual, it's when translating legal documents, advocate tells you what the true result is, and not my words.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually show, before I sign this paperwork, this is what Cain has sent, stated that these should be signed as soon as possible and Taris freed immediately. I want to make sure I am not going to be putting ourselves in a situation there, because let's just say I can't trust him as far as I can throw him.
And
Hey,
the airlock
I
is
got an
going to
idea.
close.
I get an idea on that too, you know? Say, fine, you're in charge. We're gonna drop you off at Babylon 5. Take your people. The manticore is ours, and if you can, go find it. The Jacaranda's yours too.
I mean, yeah, I would just say that only thing we want is we get to keep the ship, and you guys will be treated as guests, as you know, as fits your station. You know what I mean? But the ship is still ours, so this is more of a transport ship to get them to Babylon 5 rather than, them just taking over the ship saying, well, it's belongs to whoever.
And you know what? We were gonna give them sanctuary to Nembari space, but fucking Keon went and ruined it. So now all you fuckers have to stay in Babylon 5.
With
Problem solved.
all those Narns there.
I mean, that is their problem.
That's Keon's problem now.
We just you persuade them to let you keep the ship, and you will sign everything over to your beloved cousin.
Love the wording there.
Beloved.
I mean, I was trying out Earth sarcasm.
I think, Nevin, you might as well not try. Yes. I think it's a question of... So, I'm going to have a quick look. So, I don't have Advocate myself, but I'm going to actually just try and have a quick read over the actual documentation myself of what's been sent. That's the education role, correct? Rooster?
Yep.
And that's going to be a -3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pray I roll high. No, I fucking don't.
So that's gonna be in your negative. So what would be a negative result in this situation for Landas? Whatever decision Landas goes for is negative for Landas, but positive for them without Landas realizing it. What would that be? They end up owning a share of the ship or something.
I think it'll be like there'll be some sort of clause there that technically
I would say that a negative could be that
you owe taxes to House Cortas.
or something.
That's a nicer. All income you make, you own a portion to House Cortas. That sounds like, let's say 10%, like a traditional church tithe. 10th of your income is supposed to go to House Cortas, and you just, flip over it and like, standard.
However,
Okay,
we
cool.
have 1.6 million ducats that we keep.
Yeah, that's not. That was previous income. That's not new income. So they're not. I'm not reporting that. Also, if
tax
it's
evasion.
and as long as it's worded that I owe them is income on I make, just make sure it's never me that pays it, makes it.
Yeah. It's I'm gonna slap onto this that the ship is in a privateer contract with the House Cortas.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like we're I mean we don't work for them, but they get a piece of the pie whatever the pie.
No, privateer, they pay us.
That you get legal protection under the law in exchange for a portion of your booty.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So you can't be tried as a pirate, but you can be tried as a war criminal. So
I like that a lot.
Already been there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But now
That's actually what got us into this trouble. Actually.
now you're just Captain Cortas, not Count Cortas. So it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's a demotion.
Yep.
So I feel like you get them. Basically, I would send them the paper say this with the piece of the part that you just totally missed. It's like does that suffice? We keep the ship. You guys get a piece because whatever. And I will sign over being Count Cortas.
I still say you let him give me 5 minutes in there, and that dude's dead.
Yes.
Why you want him dead when you can make him be the scapegoat?
Exactly. You won't.
Can we technically backdate him becoming Count by a couple of months?
Do you want to make that advocate roll?
I wouldn't. I would want to see if someone else could.
Anyway, I'm gonna. Do you send that or do you?
How do you guys feel about it?
I feel like it's probably the best option. That way, you're cleared your debts. You're no longer the the Empire's issue because you're just a normal, everyday private citizen. Rifa will definitely be okay with it because you don't matter anymore. You're just a little peanut that he might be able to easily crush later, but you're no longer a noble. You're just a regular person that he can just dispatch rather than have to roundabout conspire. So I feel like this, for now, this might be the safest option. The only issue I have is who's going to tell your wife? Not me.
Not me. That's...
Does he get your wife too? Would you like me to put that into the contract? That he takes your wife as the...
Why don't you let him discuss that first with his wife?
Unfortunately, yeah, that sort of arrangement's not been practiced in a very long time.
Oh. Do you think she'll be okay with being
Mrs. Cortas?
Mrs. Cortas, yes.
We'll find out.
I guess it depends. Did she marry for love or did she marry for power?
Landas!
Generally speaking, nobles usually marry for political gain.
It's just when Malone says, "Did she marry for love?" There's love. What do you think I am, a commoner?
I mean, technically, you sign those papers, you will be, but...
Yeah, you got a point there. No, unfortunately, Ariana and myself never really had an option there. We care about each other, but... and we have a sense of duty to each other, but... why do you think I was just trying to get her out of us?
Centauri politics and love. Yeah. I prefer the human way. We find each other horny, we get married.
Divorced.
Nothing ever went wrong with that.
You see Landas open his mouth about to say something, goes, I'm not gonna kick that one. Under his breath, and he's just gonna... Yes, Malone, maybe that is the better way of doing things, but unfortunately I never had the opportunity. As well as this is going on, I'm signing the paperwork, I'm then sending that, I'm then just going, just before I send it, Nevin, you might want to secure some supplies and come here, and we ensure that the bridge is secured until we reach Babylon 5, because I don't trust them.
All right. Somebody should probably tell Dugar to...
Yes, Dugar...
stay on the bridge.
Oh.
Well, actually, if you want, him and I have still got a couple of engineering rounds to go through. I'll give him the heads up, and you two can take care of dealing with Keon. Unless you want me there for backup.
I'm not going to see him face to face. I am not that silly.
So
He's willing to send the notification of this to me by electronic format. He can accept my appliance, my acceptance. Of
Wait.
this.
Don't you have to convince him to take this deal? Take the people, stay at Babylon 5, and give us up with the ship? Or is the paperwork just take care of it all? I don't know how all this shit works.
If he doesn't like it, he doesn't sign it. But then it's going to be a situation that Taris doesn't get his count ship.
all right. So what I'm guessing is, would you like me to take the paperwork, look over it, pull all the the legalese to make sure?
You already sent it.
Okay. All right. So
I know it's just as like I'm handing it over. I accidentally hit the send button.
all right. Well, I guess I'll go with Lanan. Because I feel like we could handle him if anything comes to it, to go release the new count.
Okay.
I don't know about releasing him. I think once we get to Babylon 5, that's when he gets released. That's when he becomes...
Well, that was part of the
Cortas.
deal. That was part of the deal, is sign the papers and release him. If I'm not mistaken.
All right.
So
It is. I feel like it's the best. Like, there's very few skills I have, and calming down an irate passenger is something that I have stewardship for.
yeah,
Good for.
start mixing the drugs into the food. Help them relax.
I mean, I found so many illogical things about that entire statement.
Well, they want a good time. If they want to be fed, they want to ignore the tragedy of what's befalling them.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I take it you send the agreement,
Yeah.
and Nevin was going to get supplies.
I will get supplies.
Nevin is muted.
Oh, am I?
Nope, I can hear him.
He's good.
Everyone is muted. I pressed the mute button. Damn it!
Okay.
The mute button is on the keyboard, and I pressed it, and for some reason it just goes haywire when you press it once. Ugh. Okay.
I think Wooster's
Ah!
talking or something. Can you all hear him? I'm messing with you, bro. It's all good.
All right.
Can everyone hear Carlos?
Yeah, no.
All right.
Okay,
Moving
so my apologies. I do believe I hate this new keyboard. It's not working for me.
This is what I feel like should happen. I feel like not Carlos, but Malone should go with Dugar to make sure he doesn't get shanked in the side at room somewhere. Landas should probably go explain things to his wife. Or he can wait. I don't care. That's up to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting done on.
I will go get supplies, and also I will take Lanan to go release the new count, and hopefully try to,
Let's say to him.
sate him, and I have my own room, so I guess I will make sure my room is orderly enough, or as best as we can make it for a count. So he has his own little suite to himself, so he doesn't,
Yeah.
I say just keep it simple and let him stay in the brig till we get to fucking Babylon 5.
As a player, can I suggest that, Nevin does give him his room to Taris, but we set up that it's the Membari bed that cannot be fixed to lying down.
I'm not changing that. I'm like, I worry for your life count. I don't want you to die
Life count.
in your sleep. Yeah.
You know, am I petty as a player? Me, never.
Right. So, which I think we will start with the release of the Count.
Mm.
Or the new Count of Cortas. About time.
I apologize for your inconvenience, Count. And on behalf of the captain, I also would like to apologize for the events as they've happened.
These are matters that happen in succession. I will not take it personally as long as all things are handled in an organized manner from now on.
Of course, sir. I have made better accommodations for you.
Thank you. Please. After you.
Okay. I want to walk, but I'll walk in front of him, but I want Lanan behind him. I still don't trust him, but I play my role and take him to my room since, yeah.
The Minbari room? I suppose I will have to do, since I will have to learn to live the Minbari way. Thank you.
Am I not supposed to tell him about this?
We should probably tell him. I'm finding it should be a good idea. Especially
Well,
since we'll find out in
the
24
decision
hours.
is up to him.
The
You are not
decision-
present for this.
Decision's up to you guys.
Unfortunately, Count, we have, per your
Predecessor?
displeasure, per your displeasure of going to Minbari space, the ship has been rerouted towards Babylon 5, where you and the rest of your family can disembark and find more suitable arrangements home.
To the human station? Huh. Regular. Well, I do suppose. That will do. Can make our own arrangements from there.
Is there anything else that you require?
At the moment, none.
If you need anything, please do not hesitate to ask.
Thank you for your courtesy, Minbari.
I do my Minbari bow and walk away.
Well, then, Mr. Malone, you were off to inform Dujar to prepare the bridge.
Yeah, so they're gonna let him go, and they're gonna stay in Babylon 5, and it'll be a whole day's worth, so for the time being, you're sticking around with me, we'll stay around here at the bridge, we'll keep you safe here, you won't have to see any of these idiots anymore, and just one more day of waiting. Hope that's alright with you.
Well, I'm more concerned over the manticore than I am with myself staying here in the bridge. If Derwin is taking care of her, who knows what's going to happen in this short time. Yeah, she's not a new vessel. She's full of quirks and problems. But at least it will give me time to make the report on what's wrong with the ship.
There you go.
Address some of those problems when we reach the station.
There you go, silver lining. I like it. Good job, Dujar.
Right. Then, the piece de resistance. Ariana.
Saving for the best for last.
In your, well, rather sizable, but still a bit lacking compared to the captain's quarters of the previous ship. You find your wife apparently musing along a video, 3D video playing in a hologram system. Ah, husband. I did not expect you so early. I would have summoned something from that Mimbari chef if I did.
If you don't mind me asking, what are you watching?
Ah, I do believe it's a human called Pride and Prejudice.
Ah,
I have no idea what it's about, but seems like human issues. Some of them are familiar. Yeah, what brings you down here? It's just a south face, husband. Don't tell me you lost your title and your lands.
I sometimes think you've got a prophetic vision like one of your esteemed ancestors, my dear.
Oh no, I just heard the rumor.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it has been going around the ship. It's hard to miss. The ladies are talking all about it. While I don't much prefer some of your illustrious cousins, all of them are rather gossipy.
Yes. And some of them don't know their damn place.
Ooh, yes. Runs in the family, I hear.
Yes. Yes, it is, isn't it?
So is this where you want to file for divorce again?
You heard about that also?
You think my brother can keep his mouth shut for 5 minutes?
I was being a tad too hopeful, wasn't I, that fear would be able to get that past you. I'll be honest, Ariana, you are holding up a lot better than I was expecting you to react.
Well, seeing as all I've worked for has gone down the drain to begin with, there's only one way to go, and it's, well, further down, I suppose. So why worry about it when it's all going to hell in a handbasket? So, I'm going to ask you this one simple question. What do you want?
Sorry, a character I just saw Ariana just morph into Morton here in a dress. Sorry.
That might have been in character reaction too. Who knows?
I'll be honest, Ariana, I don't know what I want.
Now I ask, what do you want to do? You're pretty sure she didn't, well, she seems adamant.
I'm... I guess you've also heard the news about my grandfather, my mother, and my father.
Ah, yes. It is a shame, but the ones who have their hopes in politics usually choose to go by their own hands than be executed by the state. When it comes to that, in some circles, that's seen as the honorable way to go.
And how do you see my actions?
You don't have a treasonous bone in your body. I don't think you could pull off a treason if you wanted to.
And what would you class as treason?
Wow. Do I look like a lawyer to you? She stands up from the couch and takes a few steps closer. Finger sliding underneath Landas's chin, lifting the chin up and going, "You have a ship. You have a crew that trusts you. There is nothing you can't do." Now, only thing left is for you to decide what it is that you want to do with what you have.
I think I've spent so much of my life just pursuing the dreams of my family that I've never actually thought about what I actually want in life myself. I'll be honest, Ariana, I think you'd say the same. You probably weren't as ecstatic when you heard that you were getting married to an ensign in the fleet all those years ago.
Well, I was young and naive, and I didn't know how low-ranking the house really was until I heard about our match. I could say that it broke my little heart. But like all things broken and reforged, it became stronger in a way, and weak in some other ways, I suppose. But here I am. Because somebody needs to keep you grounded.
I do not know what I've done to deserve you.
You spend a whole lot of money on me.
As she says that, I'm going, do I need to actually look over the books more thoroughly?
How disappointed do you want to be?
Ariana, let's be honest. From what I've been able to see going out of the accounts in the first place, I am assuming those are the little pieces of expenditure that you want me to see just to make sure I'm actually paying attention to you.
She pats you on the cheek gently. That boy. Now,
Why do I get the feeling I could have been the richest Centauri in the world if I never got married?
no, let's not get carried away. but significantly wealthy. Now, why don't you wrap your head around what you're going to do before we reach Minbari?
Yeah, so that's the one bit of news that hasn't got out. An old acquaintance of ours is hoping to offer us some recompense if we go another direction to Babylon 5.
Well, it seems like at least the first leg of the voyage has been settled. Oh, well then. At least it's a place I can go shopping, unlike that Minbari place. Oh, yeah, I don't think I could take that plentitude of colours. What do they have? White and turquoise.
And also grey and black. You forgot the grey and the black.
Oh my, they have 2 more colours.
Yes, I know.
I'm going to faint.
It's a wealth of colour, isn't it?
Clearly. Well, then again, Babylon 5 doesn't seem much prettier from the outside. But at least they have trade connections and other Centauri there. Did you know that the Centauri embassy in Minbar has been closed for the last 20 years? Well, they have the embassy as a place, but there has not been an ambassador there for 20 years.
If no one's fighting for it.
No. The Minbari have threw the last one out. They haven't accepted a new one since.
That's... To be fair, I never looked at... My education with Minbari was not really the political manoeuvrings between our two peoples. It was more about us doing projections on how easily they would blow our ships up if we ever went to war.
Well, such is life. It was one of the things I had to study because we were going there, so I might as well apply for the job, but apparently they don't like the Centauri spying on them. Or that was the claim, at least officially.
Let's be honest, I mean, any Centauri that would be given the job would be potentially there as a spy. The only person that probably wouldn't spy is your own brother. He's too naive.
Indeed. Maybe I should spin this up with him. Have him step up the ranks.
Yeah.
From being a diplomatic attaché to diplomat in charge.
Yes. Your brother? I think some people have actually underwritten him in some regards.
Yes. But I do believe you have work ahead of you.
Yes.
You have a whole ship full of cousins you need to break the news to. So, did you want anything from me? Or just a friendly chat?
A friendly chat and just making sure I wasn't going to get stabbed by at least one other person.
Well then. Go do your job. And be here when you're done. I have something for you.
And it's like... I'm guessing you've heard about who is now the new Count of the family.
Yes. That was hard to miss in the rumors. You would be surprised how divided the people were with that. Given that you were exiled and still there were loyalists among the cousins.
Yeah. Taris... I'm not... How much do you know about Taris?
I try to stay out of your family business, but...
Yeah.
A little.
Best way I could describe him, the family bully. So,
No wonder they don't like him.
So the ones that are loyal to him are probably the ones that he's threatened, and the ones that are disloyal to him are probably the ones who don't like him but have enough backbone to stay out of his way and just pretend. It's just a shame that my grandfather never insisted that he got disciplined by his father.
Yes, well, we can't all be raised well, can we?
No. I'll leave you to your pride and prejudices, was it?
Yes, I think so. Alright.
Mhm.
Then, Mr. Landas,
Mhm.
what is the plan now?
So I'll be going to the bridge. Make sure everyone I want in the bridge is there. I'll be sending a secure comms to the crew, just saying. I'll be just basically announcement will be coming soon. You might want to make sure you're out of the way from the family. Because I don't know how people are going to react, you know? And it's that point when I get like the okay, everyone says, yeah, we're in a safe place. I'm going to basically have certain areas of the ship on lockdown, like the bridge there, engineering. And I will then be getting on the intercom and I'll be going, this is the captain speaking. I regret to inform you that there has been a change in the itinerary of this voyage. You might be happy to know that we will soon be arriving at Babylon 5, where, if you so choose, you will be able to arrange passage back to Centauri space. We will be, when we get into Epsilon Eridani territory, we will send a communication to the embassy for them to make inquiries on your behalf on you repatriating yourselves to homeworld. And I'm then just going to cut it at that. There.
Nice. Short, sweet.
Mhm.
That'll do.
I'm just hoping most of them are going to be going, crap, are we actually going to be allowed to get back to Centauri space? No. I just go, where are we going now? You know?
Well, you know what? That's no longer your problem.
No. No, it's not.
No, our problems are gonna get a lot bigger. We got this. What do they call them? Shadows? That's what's got me concerned.
There's one word for them.
Well, Cain's a fucking badass technomage if I've ever met one. And he's scared of them.
Oh, he's definitely a pain in the backside.
I don't know. He's done wonders for me.
Yes, he does honor his word, though.
Well, we'll just deal with things one day at a time. I think that's enough for today. Tomorrow, we arrive at Babylon 5. And chin up, Landas. Everything will get better from here. We just hit a low point. All you gotta worry about is getting yourself up off of the floor and giving it one more shot. One foot in front of the other. That's all it takes, buddy. Yeah. Things are gonna get better. But they always get worse just beforehand, so... Here, here, take the... You want to sit in the special chair? I don't know how much you like sitting there.
I guess you were keeping it warm for me, were you?
Well, I mean, you were out doing stuff, you know. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, somebody needs to be on command all the time, even when the captain is off bridge.
Yeah. But you know, I'm only second in command. You're here now, so Please, take the con.
And just slowly glide into the seat. And I'm just looking and going, has there been any other communication or intelligence that we received on what is happening elsewhere in the galaxy?
No, but I could turn on the news.
Yes. Let's see.
No.
Think.
Yeah.
It's the standard stuff really. There's nothing out of the usual or spectacular going on. Just some news about non-integration and some related issues, but nothing really that would shock you at this point.
Oh, is it at this point where they would be like, for every Narn,
Yep,
every time they kill Centauri, we're gonna kill 100 Narns?
pretty much.
It's just when I hear the words Narn integration, I just go, why can't they just call it what it is? Occupation and enslavement.
Because that is not public relations.
I'm assuming someone in the bridge has said that, or they're all looking at me and look. I know we're all thinking that it's public relations, but my God, how thick a brain do you have to be to actually fall for that?
Well, I do believe it is the government telling it to themselves. To justify what they're doing. You know, like usual. Politics.
Propaganda. Anytime you watch these stupid news things, they're always out there saying one shit to the regular people, but telling themselves something different. It's no different when it comes to the Earth news. They say that they're having little rebellions and anti-alien insurrections. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Somebody roll me 2d6, please.
Okay.
Roll high.
Oh no.
Oh no! Right, hold on. No. He said roll high. No. Sim, don't
That's
roll.
not-
Don't roll.
Too late.
That's average. That's average. That's not bad.
Well, I require you to roll another 2d6.
Who, me?
Yes, since you began this.
Oh no.
Hey, both of those rolls were those were above average.
I'm getting exponentially better.
Alright.
Both of those rolls were above average.
Yeah, they were okay actually.
So, it turns out that since you don't have any maintenance on the last leg of the voyage, your maneuver drives suffer some sort of a failure. They still work, but you're getting how do you call it? Minor issues with directional movement.
So any attempt to correct it, it's a wee bit sluggish at the helm,
Yep.
sort of thing.
I would suggest that when we reach Babylon 5, we should probably employ a full crew complement.
It is highly advisable.
I think it's like
You know what I just thought about?
well,
Where the fuck is Fraser's boyfriend? We have not seen nor talked to him in like.
Frasier and Frasier's boyfriend have been busy sticking their fingers to each other's hands this whole time.
I'm assuming Fraser's right flying the plane or.
Hello.
So where is that guy?
Hey, I'm from down
He's
there.
with us.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
He was going over the computer systems.
Yeah.
I didn't know Jurassic
Frasier
could
pilot.
blush.
Oh,
Yeah, not a bad idea, Nevin. When we get there, repairs, compliment the crew. I was hoping, honestly, to get some more Nimbari crew to help occupy this ship.
That is probably somewhat unlikely.
I mean, I know you guys have, this is a really old tech compared to what you guys have, but honestly, from all of the races that I've met, you guys are pretty badass.
I just nod. I don't know. Last time I looked for a crew, I got a Brachyri, not a Brachyri, but it's the
Last time, yeah.
Akmara.
last time was
Derek.
it was
kebab.
rush orders. Like, we don't have a ship. We need to get from place A to place B. We need to quickly supply stuff.
I wonder if he's still looking for work. Oh, shish kebab.
Oh, shish kebab. Oh, shish kebab. Oh, shish kebab. Oh, wonder where have we gone to?
Alright, so
Maneuver
That's a good one.
drives.
Yeah, they suffered a tier 1 critical.
Oh, crap.
okay.
Well, on the fight news, the jump point opens and you find yourselves at Epsilon Eridani system without further incident.
Can we take a pause there?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can take a
Oh, it's only been here 1 hour, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My time shift is off. It's because every time at this time I call Mexico. That's why.
Well, we can still take the pause now. It's an excellent segue to a pause.
Perfect.
Babylon 5.
See you guys in 10 minutes.
Babylon 5
So,
time. All right, thanks.
at about 20 past.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
You're just a mysterious voice talking
Oh,
to
hello.
us.
We're back on. Oh, right.
You forgot you're standing up for this session,
Yes,
aren't
I forgot that I need to sit up. Yes.
you? I was just about to jokingly say
Welcome
he's
back,
got,
ladies and gentlemen.
he's got a green blanket around him. You know, he's gonna.
I have the invisibility cloak from Harry
Yeah.
Potter. Ha ha ha. Oh, the One Ring.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where's the ring? Where's
The
my
one
ring,
ring to
hobbitses?
rule them all.
Well, as we left off before the break, we had just arrived at Epsilon Eridani, and your ship is gliding towards the station with some slight difficulties, but is still making progress. When you receive a message in the lines, please, of a unusually how do you call it? Roundabout way to getting into Babylon 5.
Alright.
Instead of going straight forward, you're ordered to make almost like a half circle, almost onto the other side of the planet. And
Is there any visible or explain more reason for this that we can see?
yeah, Fear actually mentions that yes, there seems to be some sort of a vessel near Babylon 5 that we are directed to avoid.
What's the scans on the vessel?
As far as I can see, nothing. It just sits there.
Can we get a visual on?
They're officially telling us to take the long way around because they're busy.
No, I mean, can we get a visual look at
Oh,
it?
visual.
Visual.
Yes. From this range, no.
No. Yeah, keep forgetting we're not Star Trek. Yeah,
This is not Star Trek. A wrong franchise.
yeah. Yeah, someone get the telescope and look out the port window and draw it for me, please.
Sure.
We're almost there, folks. As soon as we get this sucker landed, we can get rid of all your shitty family.
Oh crap! I think I know what. Sorry, I can't. I think I know what's going to happen. I think I know what episode this is now.
Yeah, okay. I forgot him.
So it's all a surprise for me.
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything. Yeah,
But,
because I don't want to be wrong at the same time.
oh, well. Either way, do you oblige or do you decide to trek on forward?
I just go. I think it's better to obey the orders of the station that we're trying to be friendly with.
Yeah, last time we weren't. Shit hit the fan. So,
And that's when we had a space shot. Now we've got a relatively medium armed warship, so I don't think they're going to be happy if we start disobeying.
Yes. You still have a small issue. You are even larger ship than the Jacaranda was, and this one does not fit the docking base either. So you're gonna have to get these people out of your ship somewhere.
I think we had a shuttle. And
Oh.
also we have Nevin's ship.
No, we don't have this place. They have a shuttle.
It has a fighter. It has something. I can't remember.
It has docking bay, 3 docking bays to be precise. Actually, 1 full hangar for maintenance purposes for a shuttle of 50 tons and 2 fighter bays for 20-ton fighters.
That's what it is. The fighter base.
But we have. Well, yeah, I
I
guess
thought we had the armored drop ship.
You thought? You don't.
No. Okay. So.
Oh, that's what would be in it if it was properly equipped, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Crap.
Yep. I will start shuttling people on my.
Or we could just, don't
Rent
they have like a
shuttles.
shuttle system that they have to pay for?
Yeah, you can just order a taxi shuttle. Apparently, there's a service like that.
Like we have close to 100 people
Yep.
So how much would
Hey.
that cost?
It doesn't cost us a dime. It costs Keon and Teresi. Terrace.
Tars. You're just having them wear now a long blonde wig, aren't you?
Okay.
The response from them is, do you want us off the ship or do you want us to stay?
All right. I mean, on this, I can take. I'm trying to find passengers. 6 people. I take 6 people at a time.
So about 17 voyages back and forth.
It's like I don't want to. Because the thing is, we have to get our crew on here eventually. People that we want to be on the ship. So while I do not want to, I will get us all to the station because we have things that we have to do, and I will give Frasier the access codes to my ship so she can start ferrying people. Yeah, exciting. She gets to fly a Minbari ship. Yeah.
You know, if you don't mind, I've a little bit more security conscience and I have a little concerns. I'd rather we offload these people with the taxi service. This way we can make sure that they're getting out of here with their proper belongings, not our belongings. And also make sure that we can keep track of who's leaving. As generous as your offer is to fly some of Landas's family off the taxi service for them, I think just a regular old taxi service ought to be enough.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Fraser. You won't be able to fly my ship today. You can blame Malone.
Yet. When we disembark everybody and then we go, we'll do it. I promise you, Fraser. But first,
that was
no?
the deal. That was
Okay.
I just like tap Malone on the shoulder. Yes, you can talk to this female about that.
I am disappointed in you, husband.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
She's disappointed in her husband.
No. That's right. Yeah.
So I guess
Later, dear.
So I guess we pay. Well, I guess so. How much is it going to cost to get 100 people shuttled off of this thing?
Oh, leave that.
Well, they have package prices, but such a short voyage, 100 credits per person.
What?
100 credits per
person.
10,000.
That's
1,000 credits. Yep.
way too much. That doesn't sound right.
Actually, I think it is because I think we were paying just when we were doing shuttling ourselves, like something like a couple hundred.
Yeah, but it's 10,000. I mean, 100 credits per person, 100 people. So 10,000.
Yeah, they're giving us a discount.
just, I mean, you're paying for peace of mind, Malone. Just think of that.
Yeah. That's fine. Landas, Lanan. Sorry, Lanan, you're with me. Let's go make sure that all these people disembark in a safe and responsible manner and that they don't fucking take anything on their way out.
Well, they can take their shit.
Yeah. So 10K minus 10K done.
So I guess that's going to take a few hours.
To be
as
precise, there is 106 of them, but the company is willing to negotiate to have precisely 10K. Just this one.
Give us a discount for the extra 6.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, they've not probably had that amount of custom in a while.
Not often, but they do have big ships going through here.
Yeah. but all at once.
So while that's happening, because I guess I feel like it's going to take at least a few hours for that to happen, as we make sure everybody gets off the ship.
Yeah.
The more pressing matter is, how do we find a technomage on Babylon 5?
Listen for the screams. I have found is actually a reliable means of finding technomages.
But this one most likely wants to stay hidden away from prying eyes.
I would still be listening for the screams, technomages. When I've come across them, and from what I've heard, they do like their privacy and they generally like scaring people. So they might it might not be a scream, it might be a whimper instead.
Cain did say that it'd be pretty easy. He said when we get to Babylon 5, we should be able to find them pretty easily. Convincing them's going to be the hard part.
Yes. I think it's more along the lines of station security might not be aware that they have a technomage, but other elements of the station's life might know.
Generally speaking, listening to your guys' accounts of your past experience with technomages, probably the easiest way to get him to leave is to probably offer him to do something that he wants. I doubt your rapier wits will convince him to just leave.
Yeah. It's just a question, what will Galen want?
Well, let's not start guessing. Step 1. Find them.
Yep.
Step 2.
Ask
Talk to him. Step 3. TBD.
I like this part where you sell this on DVDs.
TBD. I want TBD. From Community. TV show.
What is this show community you speak of?
But yeah, as soon as everybody's off the ship, I'll fly the 3 of us to go.
Three or couple of us more.
I mean, does anybody else need to go on Babylon 5 other than us 3?
No, I say we back ourselves up with another one.
Okay. No. I would.
Dujar at this point lifts his hand like, I wouldn't mind stepping off on a station that has actual nuns in it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you got a point there, Dujar. You have been kind of surrounded with some of the most intolerable people in the galaxy.
No. We prefer the term Centauri.
Yeah,
Touché.
but let's be honest. Some members of my family can even show that there is such a thing as called reasonable Centauri.
So that's 4. I have space for 2
I'm still
more.
waiting to find one.
You sure you think I'm not reasonable at times?
You are by far the most unreasonable Centauri I've ever met. To want to be friends with a nun and succeeding? That's hardly a reasonable Centauri.
Yeah.
Shut up. That's on the back and so forth.
It's
Because it's going to be what, Miana, Fear, and Frasier left on the ship.
And Vanova.
And Valor. I would probably
The Parkiri also wants to join you. Caliban.
Yeah, come on. So that's 5. I would probably ask Miana as the final seat, and just have also ask Dujar when he's finished with his get together and her to basically supply the ship while they're down there. You know what I mean? Like, food for Centauri's and ours, food that people like. Because
Food
apparently
that
I
people
cook.
actually can eat.
Yep, they can eat all my food.
It's like when someone says, it's like Landas objects to the fact that Centauri combat rations are not edible. They go, they are. Just.
Darling, Ariana walks in under the discussion. This is my shopping list. I would recommend you getting all of this. Since you lost most of it.
Oh, yes. Yes. Tragic how these things happen when we're trying to evacuate for our lives, but I will gladly make sure that your losses are compensated for.
Excellent choice, Captain.
Yes.
I will be overseeing the ship in your absence.
Yes.
For now.
Yes. It's just when she. Does Ariana walk out, or is she
Yep.
still standing there? Yeah. I then just heard to the rest of her still standing there. I know she can be trying, but please do not try to shoot my wife.
Oh no, I would not deprive you of your pleasure.
Oh, I'm like, who said that? Which voice?
You turn around and everyone is like...
Has my wife bugged the ship? No.
What do you mean now? I can everyone can actually see that chat you're putting on there because I can't block it from being in the view.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well. All right. I don't think it shows. What ifs?
Yeah. It shows when you post a message. I can't.
Ah.
Because
It's
he
visible
gets
for a
in
while and I get a notification that there's a chat message there. And for some reason I can't block it.
I forgot that we even had that thing.
Mm.
Till last week when we needed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do arrive at the station unharmed. Miana on board, as well as the others. And surprisingly, you get through the customs without special questions. They just scan you for weapons and let you in. Once you are disarmed.
I'm like, yes. I'm the guitar over. What? This is just a simple letter knife. Oh, fine. There.
Much obliged, you will be handed these back once you leave the station again. And here is your receipt.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I feel like me, Malone, and Lara, they didn't take these.
That's my weapon. You ain't taking these guns from me.
He's making a sort of voice effect with his mouth. You want me to try? We have MedLab right over there. And the machine shop over there.
We have a simple solution for this. Put these handcuffs on, sir.
No.
So you are here to apply for the Muay tournament of the week?
Maybe. But first, we're looking for a friend of ours. Kind of a fancy-looking dude. Probably dresses all in black.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
That-
swung by her name of
Galen.
Galen.
Yeah.
Oh, Galen's Exotics. That would be in down below, section 5.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Galen's Exotics.
That was surprisingly easy.
Cain did say it'd be surprisingly easy.
That usually means things will probably get much worse.
Well,
Sounds
let's not
like
our kitchens before their hats just quite yet.
It's like you've had some experience with technomages yourself, Nevin.
No, I just speak from experience since I've started traveling with you all.
I know the gods you worship and their ilk. But yes.
I find that the last year's been relatively quiet for ourselves. What do you think, Malone?
No, I think Nevin's got it right. I think every single time when we think something's gonna be simple, there's always a complication.
Yeah.
Landas's communication device goes on. That's an incoming message.
I'm answer yes. Landas here.
Pardon? It's Vir. I'm sorry, I'm a bit excited. I've been given the assignment to go to fill up the embassy of Minbar. And sister just told me you are on the station, and I was wondering if you could provide with transportation. Since you did bring me here, I thought it would be symbolic to have you take me to the new post as well.
Just out of curiosity, how soon do you have to be in Minbar?
Oh, it's not in any sort of big rush. The paperwork is still on the way, and sometime. I will get back on the details, but I was more of asking if you would be available for such an arrangement further in the future.
There is, to be honest, Veer, we've got some repairs to do on the ship, so we'll be seeing to them first. But I believe with our conversation with the rest of the crew, we were seeking to head into Minbari territory anyway, for some potential negotiations and discussions with certain individuals that were inquiring a potential audience with some members of the crew. So looks like we're heading that way in the first place.
What a fortunate timing. She did say something about going to Minbar anyway. Excellent.
Yes.
I will get the paperwork going. Well, the paperwork is already going, but I will get to packing so I can move in.
Yes.
But
I'm guessing it's best if I keep away from the ambassador.
why?
Just out of curiosity, what?
Oh, right, the treason thing. Oh, forgot about that. Oops.
Yes, so if he asks, just say a family friend's transporting you and just keep my name out of it. The last thing you want to do.
Yes. I will try and not bother the ambassador with such trivial.
Yeah. Also, you might going to be getting some potential calls there from members of the Cortas family seeking repatriation. Especially for one Taras Cortas, who's now the new head of the family, and
She did mention that too. I will
yeah.
look into it.
My brother-in-law, there's no need to rush the paperwork.
Well, I am allied with you now, and not the rest of the family, since you're no longer with the family. Does that mean you have a new last name?
Call me Landas.
Landas of the House Landas?
Let's be honest. Out of character, what was that you said?
Malone.
Landas of the House Landas.
Landas of the House Landas.
Yes.
It's separate. It's hyphenated now.
Land ass.
Land's ass. Yeah.
Land ass.
I think at the moment that will have to be worked out. There's just one triviality that I have not thought of.
Well, very well. I'm going to let you do your business and go prepare myself for assignment in Minbar. Talk to you soon. Father-in-law.
Of course. Yeah, Blanket, I'm just trying to read that one. Throw me in the air and I will.
Landas. Traitor formerly known as Cortas.
No, if we're going to do that, right, I want it to be fully formal. It's traitor formerly known as Count Landis Cortas, Count of Bethane, Ensign of... and do the full...
The full litany of your achievements, which is surprisingly short.
Yeah, it's
A
not,
recoverer of the eye.
Yeah, it's not like I'm like the Russian emperor.
We will be standing here half an hour while we read these titles.
Yeah, I tried it once. It's like what was the last one? Nicholas II, was it? No.
Yeah, Nicholas
Yeah,
II was the last
yeah.
one.
It's like I actually tried reading all his titles. I had to take like a braver in the middle of it to recover because it is just stupidly long. It takes like 5 minutes to say all of the titles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big lad hat.
Yeah.
Lost math skills, so I can't count letters.
Oh boy.
Let us focus on the game instead of patronizing our audience.
Alright. Back into this.
Yeah.
So,
Section 5. Galen's Exotics. Wow, sounds exotic.
Was it blue or brown 5? No, they said
down below. That
Oh,
would be
down
the brown
below.
sector.
brown sector. Yeah. So brown 5.
Feels good to be back in among with all the humans at least. All these familiar faces.
Nice.
Are you trying to say, Millennia, you know all these humans?
No, but I know them better than... I guess I'm just tired of seeing nothing but Centauri.
Oh, for a second, I thought you were just going to admit that what we believed was always correct, that all humans do look alike.
Yeah, I could see how that would be a thing, but within ourselves, we're You just gotta pay attention, I suppose. Like, some of them are brown skinned, like Dr. Some are brown skin, some are white skin, some are like me in between skin. Some have hair, some don't. Some are blonde, some are not. After a while, you get to, you know what I mean. I have no problem keep telling all your people apart.
Yes.
I guess I just pay attention, that's all.
Mm.
Well, anyways, if we gotta get the things cracking, then we should get over down to Section 5 and go see about this Galen thing.
Yeah, you two can do that. I've got chores to do.
Oh,
And,
we're here
and
on
I
a
pull-
big
I-
mission.
I
Where
pull out
you
the shopping
going?
list. And I pull out our shopping list and say, if there's any complications, call me.
Alright. Nevin, I guess it's you and I. Or did you need to check in with Delon at all?
No.
Alright, well, let me show you. Have you ever been here? Babylon 5?
Yeah.
I mean, besides last time.
No, because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been with you.
Alright, well, this time we're under a lot less pressure, so let me show you around. Food place. Let me show you section to section till we get to Section 5. And eventually we'll work our ways to Section 5.
So, Landas, roll me barter.
Which I don't have. Damn it. Where's Wemsey when you need him?
Oh, sorry, was it broker? It's broker or barter?
It's broker.
Yeah.
I have. Did I get broker? No, I didn't. I thought I got broker, but I didn't.
So if I don't have it, what would that be? Would it
That
be
would be intellect and a -3.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get.
But because you have a shopping list, you get a.
What that? Whoops. Sorry. It
Somebody
helps.
put in -30.
Yeah, me. By stupidity. Six.
So because you have a shopping list, you get a boon. So try
Okay.
that again.
Yeah. 4.
Okay, same result. Actually, exact same roll apparently. Just without the -30.
Oh,
So actually, previous roll would have been better because it would have been 3 more. But oh well. Yeah. So you end up paying sort of like the gouging price for everything. So you don't get any of the discounts, and some of the objects are suddenly more expensive than the list price you were given. Your massive fortune.
It's quite clear that I'm a nervous husband trying to.
You have a list, and you have sweat on your brows,
Yeah.
and you seem to be that. Where can I find this?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's an old pipe. It's now twice as much.
I mean, shit's just harder to get here because of the war, you know?
Yeah.
The supply chains are still not holding as they used to, so we'll get to the cost later. But you can assume, no, well, why delay the inevitable? That would be 80,000 ducats of minutia shopping.
That's a fucking house, dude!
That's how much you apparently spaced.
Hold on. I dumped that amount of stuff out of the airlock.
Yeah.
Shit, I should have been appraising it to sell for fuel.
Yeah. She brought in all of her trinkets, like suitcases and suitcase and secrets, and
Of
you're like, we don't
jewelry.
have room for that.
It just turns out we actually just dumped gold bullion that's just been accumulating for decades.
Choices, man. Consequences.
Yeah.
Like, what have I done? Have I dropped like the perfect, coin collection? That's
You love your wife?
Oh.
Question mark. So just pay for it, I guess.
It's it's just dresses. That's all. It's just dresses and stuff around. Carpets and.
Your stateroom's gonna look immaculate.
a few Fabergé eggs have just been bought. I'm going, I'm sure I didn't. Fabergé egg.
Well, meanwhile, the rest of you find yourselves at Galen's Exotics. It seems to be, well, just a shop, as far as you can tell, that is on a shady alley where most of the shops are just a stand and a canvas holding them together. It's like a market in a corridor, but this one actually has a room for itself.
This looks like it. All right, let's walk in.
There seems to be a selection of odds and ends, and surprisingly, no one guarding them. Anybody walking past might just pick up something, but they just stand there, unguarded, available for anyone to take.
Security is pretty lax. It's actually bigger in here than I thought it'd be. Like, it seems smaller from the outside once you get in.
Wrong franchise. So, hello? I just kind of...
And soon, from behind the curtain, walks a bald man without whiskers or moustache, wearing the black robes of a technomage. Yes. How
Galen, I
may I be
presume?
of service? That would be I. What brings you to my store? Looking for some ancient knickknacks, a souvenir for your wife?
No, Cain sent us.
Oh. Dreary business. What does the brat want this time?
They want you to come back.
No.
Or he wants you to...
Galen, I'm assuming... Galen, please let me introduce ourselves. Noah Malone and...
Yes, you're the one who got a new brain from Cain.
That is correct. Yes, I have been blessed by the touch of Cain. And as such, he has put upon me a quest to retrieve you and tell you to go home. Things are afoot.
You're right, you told me to go home, now you can leave.
It's a little bit more than that, actually. He's tasked us to convince you. Nicely, please. Things are afoot, and the darkness is coming back, and he needs you at home.
Oh, Cain doesn't need anyone. It's the Order who wants me back. Not him, he's just a messenger. And, like I told the Order, I don't want to go back. I have my pets to take care of. I cannot just leave.
I kind of feel like he was asking, but at the same time, not. So I believe that failing in this would be disadvantageous to us.
Yes. I do believe he has been... Well,
Galen,
if there is
please.
no other choice... He turns and digs under the table and puts a thing that looks oddly like a electronic device and onto the counter. You take this, put it in your ship, and Cain will no longer bother you, and you will no longer bother me.
No, I think what we'd like to do is convince you to go home in a nice way. Is there something that If your only concern is your pets, what pets? I mean, there's got to be something that we could do to convince you to go back home and join the rest of the council. If they need you, they need you. Please. The thing with the shadows.
Don't speak
coming.
that name. Not in
The
these
thing.
parts.
Well, things are becoming
Yes,
things
I
are
am
getting
aware.
complicated.
I am aware of how things are. Though I am surprised how well versed you are in the situation. Perhaps.
If it seems that way, I've not. I've only run up against them a few times and have barely survived.
Indeed. They allowed you to survive.
And I look forward to meeting back up again and wiping their face off the fucking universe. But until that time is ready, till I'm ready, till we're ready, preparations must be made.
I do have a question though, out of character. What? Because I don't know if Nevin would know this. Would he know that all the technomages pretty much were saying, "Yep, we not in this." Bye. Just like ran off.
That would be, I think, a suitable role for that. Education.
Well, I think it might be common knowledge that technomages assembled at Babylon 5
Yep,
at one
yep.
point.
You heard that the technomages have been getting the fuck out.
So I would basically tell that to Malone, like, the technomages are trying to not deal with his conflict at all. So if he's here for some other benign reason other than just hiding away, it would be better for him to be here than to hide and not assist in the coming conflict.
Is this true, Galen? You're just gonna use this place to hide out from them?
Honestly, this place is going to be far more central in all of this than you can possibly imagine. Then again, human imagination has always been one of the greatest assets. So perhaps you can imagine it. But this is a focal point. Hiding here is like hiding next to a candle in the night.
I mean, listening to his words, the rest of his brethren are hiding away, attempting to not get into this conflict while he is attempting to do something about it, well, even though his answers are very veiled.
Is that right? Galen, are you wanting to help out? Is that the reason why you're staying, after all?
If one must be taught the lesson by twisting it out into a straight iron wire from a curled one, I suppose I can simplify it down enough. I want to stay to keep my pets safe.
You want to stay to keep your pets safe?
Yes.
And what are your pets?
Absolutely none of your business.
Character, fingers crossed, is not knackling feeders.
I mean,
Once you take on a pet, you can't just leave one behind.
Can't you take your pets with you?
If I could, do you think I would stay?
I don't know. Your ways are so different than my ways.
Yes.
I could barely comprehend what any of
I
this means.
stay behind for the sheer pleasure of duty to those I have chosen to guard, but cannot take with me. If you cannot respect that, then I suppose I will leave these burdens to you instead, for you to watch over and take care, while I go to hide with my brethren, to see the storm blow over, and perhaps never return.
You mean the choice is up to us then?
Either you take care of my pets, or you leave me to do my thing.
I don't even know what your pets are. How can I take care of your pets?
Oh, you have the ability. You have taken care of several of them. You can take one more.
I get the feeling he's like, when he says pets, he doesn't mean cats and dogs. He means like people.
I get that feeling too.
Like,
He's
is
either
that feeling I'm
meaning
getting?
people, or he's meaning something like a knuckling feeder. I am just gonna crap myself water. But that's future Landas' problem because he's not here and he should shut up.
Is there a role I can make get a sense if he's talking about people or actual pets like Bow Wow or
Please.
or that's like, you know,
Language.
like, oh god, okay. I have nothing. I'm zero in languages, but hey, I will roll it.
Language and intellect. Yeah.
Language, intellect.
I'd like to whisper a boon in your ear to help you understand.
That's I got an 8.
8 is not enough to see his through his spoken words.
What about with the boon? That gives him a 9.
Yep.
Well, Galen, I don't know much about you or your people, but I do know that you guys are super smart. Do you think that we can take care of your pets for you in your absence?
That is the price to pay to get what you want.
You do realize pets are a lifelong responsibility, Malone. I'm not sure what he means by pets, but this is not something that we can just take lightly because we want to appease this other technomage.
Yeah. Nevin's got a great point. Galen's got a great point. Cain. It's got some points. If what you're saying is true, I don't like that. I don't like that you guys are leaving. And leaving this mess for us to deal with. And I could see where you have people that are important, pets, that are important to you. Trusting somebody else with your pets is a big ask.
I mean, from what I've ever seen, this Cain is a very undesirable person. And from what you have told me about him, everything he's asked you to do has come with considerable risk to you and yours. And other than him giving you a new brain, as you said it, I feel like that's you feel more indebted to him because of that, but you probably should not.
Yes, you're saying the truth as always. I mean, what he did, what he fixed with me, didn't just fix the empty holes. It made me a better person, made me see things clearer, more focused. And this laser focus, I want to do what's right. And I never know what's right. I've always relied on people telling me what's right. Fight those people. Fight those people. It's easier when you just don't know and you're just told, do this, do that. Having to actually choose. And then I don't even know. Galen, you staying here protecting the pets. That would be also protecting against these dark times, wouldn't it?
I stay. So light and dark. The universe about.
Galen, I don't like to make a decision like this on an empty stomach. Would you like to join me and Nevin in some food?
No, thank you. I have business to attend to. Now, if you don't mind. And he walks back behind the curtain.
Is that little orb thing still around?
Yep.
Okay, so I take that because,
Seems to be
That's
just
good.
metallic orb.
I peer into the infinite. No, okay.
It just shines.
I put it in a pocket. And then we head out. I don't know where we head.
We're literally heading out. I've got a look of conflict, confusion. I'm just hungry right now. I need some time to sit and eat and think. A wise person told me once that I am quick to make judgments, and that it's a flaw. I think this is a big decision, and I better do it on a full stomach. Come on, I know a place. Best hamburgers, you think they'd almost be even real meat.
All right.
So I lead Nevin off a little bit, someplace close to eat. Sit down and talk.
Nevin's not conflicted at all about this.
Yeah. Some people are, some people aren't. So, meanwhile, Landas has gone through the shopping list. It was surprisingly quick, just expensive. Like 2 or 3 stores and all pretty much in the same block.
Yeah, I've done it with
Just the
more
expensive block, but
yeah. I've done it like any government agency of like an emergency situation. It's just find whoever's got it with the amount you need. Doesn't care what price they're.
this 3 units. Do you have it? No. Next one.
Yeah.
And you're done. You have your orders being shipped to the shuttle, or at least the docking bay, since you don't have access to the shuttle itself. But at least Close enough.
Sorry. Yep.
What do you do next?
I'm gonna be going to. I think it's, kind of discreetly. Probably what I'm going to do. The way I'm going to do it is discreetly try and review the news of what's going on. On this entire home world, but also B, what's going on the non-home world there. It's because the last thing I'm going to do is start making actions there. Because I want that. So for myself, I'm wanting to actually see what has been the official. If I was to ever find myself in this entire space again, is it automatically shoot on sight, or would I be dragged off for trial? That's what I'm needing to try and ascertain.
Right. Okay. Only 2d6.
Right. Well, I haven't done any of those rolls today. 8.
8. Well, as far as you gather, the Imperialist Party is rising in popularity with the recent victory, though it's being a little gnawed on by the non-resistant shooting down supply transports to the provisional government currently on Narn, which you are pretty certain is a puppet government by this entire republic. The ambassador to Narn regime has been changed from Jakar to one voiced by the entire republic. So it's both votes go directly through Londo.
Is there any word about where Ambassador Jakar of the Norn is currently at?
As far as you can gather, he's on Babylon 5 at the moment. He still has residency in his old quarters. Though the ambassadorial section has been changed to a new name. However, as far as your situation in particular goes, it seems like the major news about the House Cortas have not been spoken since the treason thingy, and mentions of your house going into exile from Batain, and sort of like news has died off since, so it's a 50-50 if anyone's going to remember you if you show up at a port of call.
It's one thing if Londo had exiled himself, it's another thing when I exile.
Yeah, you're just a minor baton from a frontier system who gives a toss.
Yeah, like a petty bureaucrat will remember and get a wee bit of joys being able to do what he wants.
You had your 15 minutes of fame, nobody gives a toss anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, on the other end of Babylon 5, you have finished your meal, the last bites of the burger. Never utterly disgusted by the quality of the food in here.
I think it's the fact that it's meat.
Mute.
You are mute.
Yeah,
We
meat.
can still hear you.
Wow, that's a thing.
Look, I'm like,
Oh, there.
I don't know what to do with this. I just
Put it down.
Melon is like, more for me.
More for me. The secret is lots of mustard. Kills that taste of crap.
I kind of want to throw up in my mouth now.
I just got this image, he does that and it's just like
Squirts out through the sun.
It's like all over the place,
100% wipe it on my pants.
You know, there's like maybe a precarious businessman like walking by, just gets busted all over his suit, you know.
Squirts on him, yeah. As soon as I bite into it, squirt. Like a lemon being squeezed.
I do love these games with slices of life in them. It's they crack me up.
Alright, Nevin. So, you know me. I'm not the smartest cookie in the jar. And you guys are all... You seem to know what's what. I fear something big is coming with this darkness. And I got my orders from Cain to convince him. Galen seems to think that we could take care of this pet. Yes, obviously, it's not a pet. It's probably a person or persons or things. You're an outsider in this. You've got a fresh pair of eyes. What's your advice?
I would first ask you, do you think that Galen is doing this for benevolent reasons, or is he just using you because he says jump and you both always jump?
Cain.
Oh, yeah.
Cain.
Yeah. Cain gave
No, I think Cain just says jump and we jump.
Oh.
And I think what Galen said is right, that I think they're just trying to hide.
A war is coming, and it will probably be the biggest war any one of us in our entire lives will ever see. And their people are choosing to hide, choosing to go away and hope that it just passes them by and they could come out later and all the dust would have settled. But one of them, for whatever reason, seems to be wanting to do something, whether it be to help his pets, as he calls them. I don't see a reason why you all are indebted to this Cain or feel a need to push somebody against their will to go somewhere they don't want to go.
Yeah, Galen, barely met him, but he seems like a straight up guy. And he wants to help with his time. And I get it. If they know wars are coming, it's going to be a big old bloody mess. He's like me. When Nbari's Earth and Nbari war started happening, I just couldn't sit back. I had to be in the fight. Galen is like that. I gotta respect him for that, don't I? Shit. Let me see this thing he gave you.
I hand Malone the magic orb of power.
It seems like a metal ball.
Bink, bink, bink.
Yep. It
You
tastes,
just being mustard all over it.
yeah, it tastes like aluminum.
Needs less mustard.
I have no clue how this is going to assist us in keeping Cain away, but I would rather take this option than to force someone to do something against their will.
Let's be honest. We can't we can't even ask him to do anything against his will. Galen's either going to go with us or without us. We have to convince him. There's none of this forcing him to do jack shit. Alright. Well... I think we should let Landas know. Actually, what I'd like to do is see Galen one last time. Talk to him one last time, and then we'll make our final decision. But I think I'm siding with you. I think he's gonna have to stay. Alright. You know, making decisions on a full meal. Yeah, that is definitely the way to go. Alright, let's make our way back to Galen, to Exotics. Galen's Exotics.
So, do you call Landas first or just go there direct?
Let's call Landas first so he can meet us there.
Okay.
Hey Landas, I'm over here at the Blue Moon Cafe, finishing up a meal. We met with this Galen guy. It's not looking good. Listen, we're gonna try to head out there one more time. Why don't you come meet us? We'll all go there together.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, if you got time, if you're done with your errands.
Oh yeah. I did. Hear my response. Yes, I'm done with my errands. I'm actually on my way. It's down below. They said Brown 5.
Yeah.
I'm on the elevator right now. About to hit Brown sector.
All right, well, we'll meet you there in like 5 minutes. Look for Galen's Exotic. It's just about a 1 minute. You know what? We'll meet you at the elevator. So I'll guide you from there.
Yeah.
Well, let's go, Nevin.
A few minutes later.
Yeah. There's Landas. And there's
Oh, the car horn.
Yeah. The guy wants to play.
On a side note, they literally have a window right there, and outside is a fucking parking lot, so there's cars there constantly. My bad.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I have to soundproof this area. Alright, back into the game.
Now,
Car.
as you escort Landas through the down below, you noticed how many glares he's getting from the surrounding people, and you figure out pretty quickly that it might have been a good idea that you escort him. While he might handle his own, there might be some blood spilled either way. And you do also notice that he is the only Centauri in this part.
Like there's a bunch of Narns here.
There's Nons, there's Prakiri, there's humans, being the majority humans. But also very little sort of Minbari, but nobody's showing any open hostility towards Minbari at this point.
Nimbaris don't live in Section 5.
Not
They're
in Brown 5.
Yeah.
Blue 5, yes. Green 5, yes. You know, every other car but brown.
Yeah, not Brown 5. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. But there's bound to be some criminal scum that don't like Minbari either, thanks to the old wars and such.
Alright, so I catch him up with what our theories are.
It's just, I'm peeling the eyes on my neck, and I'm literally just tight. I'm literally pulling the jacket closer to myself, like, I'm thinking, if I can just pull it closer, that's me protected. There,
You'd be clutching your hand purse right now if you had one.
oh god, never that. But it's just like a nervous. You can see this kind of nervousness in like the hand. Just, you know, it's obvious he's trying to pat for weapons that he doesn't have anymore. You know.
But you do make it to Galen's Exotics in a solid one bunch instead of several pieces. And Galen walks out from behind the curtain. I see you brought reinforcements. Do you intend to force your will upon me?
It's not about that. This is the captain. He's part of the crew. He makes the ultimate decision as the captain.
Just want a bit more information, if you don't mind speaking. That's all I ask.
Go ahead. Not like I have anything important to do.
Right. There's been... And I think I might have misheard, or the translation has come across incorrectly from my compatriots. Pets?
I do believe the translation is correct. When you take care of something, a lost creature you find, it's called a pet. You keep it alive, you feed it, you make sure it's alright. That is a pet. And once you take on a pet, it's a lifelong commitment. Am I mistaken?
No, I'm not disagreeing. So are we actually talking about...
Now, do you have the answer whether or not you're going to take care of the pet, or whether you're leaving me to my own devices to take care of my own pets?
I guess
think
we're...
The question I'm just wanting to ask is, what do you class as a pet?
I just told you. Is there something inherent in Centauri ability to listen that they don't use it properly?
It's just our history doesn't really talk about technomages keeping small animals.
Yeah, well, that's hardly my fault, is it?
Hmm.
No. I am...
Galen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the crux of the situation is this. War is coming. Cain wants to hide. You want to help. You do want to help, don't you? Not just this pet, but in general.
I suppose that is a side effect of what I'm doing.
I'd like to help too. And I want to do the right thing.
A very commendable attitude from a human.
We do what we can.
Perhaps you will even win this war.
God willing, yes. But with that, we're going to need all the help we can get. And so far, I've been relying on Cain's help. But if what you say is true, Cain's only concerned with himself and protecting the circle. You, if I'm reading you right, are concerned about pets and others, like Babylon 5. You stay here, knowing that this will be crucial in the war, and you want to be here helping with the Babylon 5. Am I reading that correctly?
You read as you will. My words are but empty promises. What I say is only words, but one might be wiser to heed to what I do say.
Landas, I'd like to help out as well. I'd like to help out Galen. Do you have anything that you could help us with to secure in this upcoming war, to help keep your pets safe?
I will call you. For now, I have no need of minions, but when I do, I will reach out and ask.
It's more like when the time comes and we need your help,
Oh, you
can we
want
reach
me
out
to
to
be
you and ask?
your debt. In case you need my help, you want me to owe you the one. Is that correct?
That is what I want.
I do have enough pets as it is. I don't need more to guard over at this point. But I suppose I will have the nanobots build a communication device they can use to call me if the need arises, and see if there's anything I can do.
This is the choice we have, Landas. We're at a very important spot. We either ask Galen to go, and he will go, but then it's our responsibility. Or we could ask him to stay, and when the time comes, we could ask him to help. I know where I want to be, but ultimately, you're the captain, and you have the highest choice to make. So I think it's only fair, Landas, that you're here too.
The question I'm going to ask you, Galen. Do you truly want to be here? Or is it just some sense of obligation that keeps you here?
Like the wall would say, yes.
And this is why I never talk to the forlorn.
A very good call. Now, I have other business to attend to. Enjoy your decisions. And he again walks out of the view.
I feel like you both are talking in circles.
I'm just gonna go. You know what? I am getting sick tired of doing other people's jobs for them. If Cain is that adamant that Galen goes with him, he could have talked to him. If for us to satisfy Cain, we then have to take on Galen's job that he has appointed himself. So no matter what, we're doing someone else's job, not what we want.
What is it that you want to do?
Cain's gonna. If what I've heard about the current situation with the technomages is correct, Cain and his ilk are running. There's a war coming. They're not going to help anyone else. So why should we help them? Let Galen stay here.
So it has been decided. He gave us this. It's a silver ball. It protects us from Cain's interference again. Or something like that. I don't know how any of this works.
Well, fingers crossed it doesn't explode when Cain comes nearby. And I'll
Well,
just
shit, now I'm gonna have to worry about that.
And I'll just walk off.
Galen, we have decided to let you stay.
I mean, I don't think we had any choice in it, but
I'm not like walking through Brown Valley.
Yeah.
I am just walking outside and just stand outside Galen's Exotics here. I'm not that stupid.
3,
For what it's worth,
2.
I'm gonna
One.
count you as an ally. For what it's worth, I'm gonna count you as an ally. I see, you want to help protect. I can prove of that. Until we meet again, Galen. Goodbye.
And that's your business on Babylon 5 complete, unless you came up with other sources of interesting affairs to do.
I mean, we need to hire a crew.
Yep.
You know, while we're here, I mean, I suppose we should check in with the Len and,
Oh, one
eventually we'll work our way over to Minbara since we're gonna drop off your brother-in-law, right?
One thing you could do is reserve yourself a space dock.
Yep.
Have the ship refitted in. We'll go through the minutiae of the renovations to be done. But you'll need to get back to the ship to pilot it into the dock.
Wait, Fraser's over there.
Yeah?
No, yeah, I think I like that idea.
Yeah.
Some retrofitting, a few changes here and there. Something nice. Something spunky.
You know, I'm sure glad Cain sent us all the way over to Babylon 5 just so we could be told to not convince them. It's what it is, though. It's good to be back here.
I think
All
this
these-
is a rather natural point to end the session. You getting ready to leave. Unless you wanted to go talk to somebody. Was it Minbari? Did you have actually some matters or?
No, I don't actually think we have anything to actually talk to them about unless they really.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure or not. I just always like talking to them. That's all. I love
Yeah.
talking to the Nimbari. I'm a big fan of them. That's all.
I would want to talk to Jakar, but I don't think he might want to talk to me.
You're about to be in a planet full of them, so.
Yeah, to Froggy, I'm gonna leave the Calavan plotline to when we get back from the hiatus. From the broadcast break of 8-ish weeks. So after that, we're gonna have the talk about Calavan plotline and all the rest. But for now, we're gonna finish up with the fact that once you do get back to the ship with your aluminum ball, it will just poof, sort of like melt in your hands and turn into dust and.
We now have the
Spread
plate,
out the ship.
gentlemen.
And on the bridge appears a plastic red telephone, the old kind with the.
Is the bat phone? Like,
Yes!
Batman!
The collar. Instead of it being collar one, it's a colophone. Oh, I love it.
That's
The fucking red bat phone.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It doesn't even have the dialer. It's just a straight up.
Yeah.
There's
just
just
a red.
one button. There's just one button.
No, there's no button. There's just the light that goes on.
Oh, that's right. It had one blinking red light, didn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I literally just like looked it up
Galen
on the
phone.
internet again, and there it is. It looks so freaking good.
Galen phone.
Give me a second. Let's have to remember how that looked. It's been so
Okay.
long since I've seen it.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
We are talking about the old Adam West one, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, cutting elsewhere.
Let's go to banter mode.
Yeah, this is a perfect banter. So Batman
Yep.
is a perfect myth, like a living myth. Like we keep on adding stuff to it.
Well, it's essentially the Gilgamesh of today. I mean, we had Gilgamesh then we had the Greek gods. They are essentially compound heroes. So you just keep adding stuff over
Holy
ages.
shit! 1,000 years from now, people are gonna think the Marvel Universe were our gods.
Yep.
I hope
Damn
not.
Yeah.
Hope not. Oh, those dumb motherfuckers.
They really thought that there was a guy who could throw a shield and it bounced back?
Because
Come
we have some horrible superheroes out there, and I do not want somebody believing that we worship somebody. That's
Could you imagine people
we
worshiping
worship
Punisher?
Iron Man, and we worship Captain America, and specifically we worship Captain America here.
You dumb motherfucker.
I mean, there's so much t-shirts, posters, things. I could see now why that's a thing. But anyways, so like the Batmobile, the Batarang, the Batcopter, just the Batmobile itself, that's all invented by the Adam West. He invented the Bat something, Batarang, Bat phone, Bat chopper, all of that comes from the Adam West.
There was a car museum down in the Lake District in the UK, and that was one of the things they had was, I'm not sure if they were the original movie props or if they were replicas, but we're talking about like it was all the famous movie cars like Jet Jet Bang Bang, the Adam West Batmobile going up to the Tim Burton Batmobile there. Insanely, to be fair, if they were replicas, still would be stupidly expensive.
Yeah.
To make, but it's like, oh, it's a cool play. It's no longer there, which is a shame because it was a cool collection to watch. Because you think about it, well, I think that, and then in one corner it was Ecto One, the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Iconic cars from that era. Obviously the Batmobile can't get more iconic than that. Yeah. Instantly recognizable anywhere in the world. Kit from Knight Rider.
Oh yeah, it was in there.
The Back to the Future
DeLorean.
The DeLorean, which a lot of replicas are still being made.
Real quick, guys, I have to head off.
All right.
Okay.
So
let's just cut this thing down. Since you are our host, we can't do this without you.
I can get one of you guys host rights, and you can just whatever. All right.
Yeah. Well, let's just call it a night, and the rest of us will get back next week on the Carlos show.
On the Carlos show.
Yes. Shall we call it the bonus nachos?
We're gonna call it. We're gonna call it. No. We're gonna call it Tabletop Theater. I've already got a name for it. Tabletop Theater. There's a whole concept that's around this.
Okay. Well, anyway, come back next week on the same time as the Babylon show, and we will get back with a Carlos show at the Tabletop Theater, and we will have some sort of fun, if nothing else, at Carlos's expense.
Yes. Zimmy, have a good time.
Yep.
Hope your new house is everything that's all. Yep. Have fun moving and all that jazz. We'll miss you.
That won't be fun, but
see you in the chat.
Yeah. Based on what you said, you're going to be needing to do. You're going to be ripped by the end of this.
Yeah. Oh well.
Good luck. Good luck and bonus nachos, everyone.
Yep.
Bonus nachos.
Bonus nachos.